fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I am here with none other than Johnny Nelson.
Sheffield, my hometown, on my doorstep. And what are you doing? You're going out of town for food. Come on, why would you do that? You want to stay in Sheffield, pie and peas, fish and chips, have our delicatessen.
How are you going to air me out like that?
I'm just saying, you want to have our food, you want to eat our food here. Pie and peas, mushy peas, fish and chips. All the Brits in the States will know what I'm talking about.
I'll let you take me out tomorrow.
No problem, we go fish and chip shop, have a chip butty.
What's the best fish and chips place in town?
Fish and chips place in town. Any fish and chip shop in Yorkshire is the best place to go to. Don't worry, I'm going to take a picture of you stood on the street eating fish and chips. So common. Class. With a tequila, a little pinky sticking out.
They call me Tequila Phelps. So we just wrapped up the press conference. Kell Brook Errol Spence Jr. We are here. It's happening in a few days. Sheffield has great weather today. It's going to have great weather on fight night, so I'm going to be wearing a dress. Anyways, I'm just kidding. Let's talk about it.
I think it's a great fight. Errol Spence has come over here confident as favourite.
With a great support system. Did you see the crowd that he had with him?
Which is good. Yeah. Which is good. So that means when the bell goes, you're going to have two fighters that expect to win. When you've got two fighters getting in the ring that expect to win, that means you have a great fight. Kell Brook has been saying I want this to be like Prince Naseem Hamed and Kevin Kelly. That was a barn burner, and that could possibly happen. We don't really know what Errol Spence is like when he gets hit and gets hurt. Does he go into fight or flight mode? We don't know, but it's going to happen. Errol Spence is an excellent body puncher, an excellent offensive fighter. He's a better offensive fighter than he is a defensive fighter. So the problem's going to be when he gets in there, and he the other day he said, "Oh my, look at the side." He was surprised at the size of Kell. Once they've weighed in and he's rehydrated, Kell is huge. Yeah. This boy's a beast, but he punches even harder. I actually thought the biggest issue was the weight. I think both fighters probably struggle with the weight. I think both fighters are tight of the weight. So I don't think it's no longer a big issue than what I thought.
They're grown men trying to make 147. It's tough.
So it's down to skill factor. Yeah. Now, Errol Spence, we've seen him front foot fight, offensive fight, very good at it. Kell Brook, we've seen various styles what he's got. He's fought, stood there, had a trench war with Sean Porter, he's horrible to fight. He's boxed when he had to box against Gennady Golovkin. And he does what he does, box on the back foot and the front foot, when he's boxed all the other opponents and knocked them out. Every southpaw he's been in with, he's knocked them out. So therefore, you'd say, if you look in the trunk of Kell Brook's truck, he's got he's got Uzis, he's got machine guns, he's got little pistols. You look in the trunk of Spencer's, he's got a sniper rifle, and that's it. So you look at who's got the most amount of artillery, and you'd say Kell Brook. And that's why this fight is so intriguing. Experience. I know they're saying Errol Spence is unbeaten. Kell Brook was unbeaten into the Gennady Golovkin fight. So these things that people are trying to put out there, this is all just going to be down to pure skill, character, and desire. We know Kell has been tested for his character, his desire, and skill. But Errol Spence hasn't. So if his character is strong enough, if his chin is strong enough, if his desire is strong enough, then we'll have an amazing fight. But so there's questions for Errol Spence to answer.
But every prospect has that moment. Look at Anthony Joshua just had it a few weeks ago.
Exactly. This is it. So that's what I'm saying. So you've got to look at this and we've got to say, are you the real deal? What have you got? Because he's got to be special. He's got to be special to take Kell Brook out. He's always had it his way. His slogan is "Man down." He's brought a lot of people over with him. The pressure's on, but he's not boxed anybody. He said that anybody like Kell Brook. You speak to any of Kell Brook's opponent, and they tell you when Kell hits you, it's like being hit by a stun gun. You're not out cold, but you're thinking, what just happened there? A lot of flashing lights. It goes numb. You're thinking, what's happened there? That's Kell. Now, has Errol Spence ever been hit like that? Has Errol Spence ever experienced anything like that? So there's a lot of unknown factors that Errol Spence hasn't been through, and that's why this is such an intriguing fight. Is
it fair to say that the winner on Saturday night is
King of
the equivalent to Keith Thurman?
Yeah, I can remember having lunch with Keith. I think he was in Los Angeles, and Keith, he's a massive fan of Kell Brook. He said he's the best in the division. And I thought, what, that's big pros. And I told Kell that, and Kell went, all right, it's cool. I do think the winner, if it's Kell, I think, to me, if I was Kell, I'd move up to light middle. And get the title there, then move up to middle. Hopefully Golovkin's gone then, and get a title there. That'd be my game plan in my head. If it's Errol Spence, then Errol Spence has to establish himself, not just to win the title like other fighters have done, but to tape them all in, get the other fighters like your Thurmans, like your Porters, and fight these guys and beat these guys. Because could you imagine Errol Spence and Sean Porter fighting each other? You know, could you imagine what that fight would be like? And if you talk to the public, a lot of people would probably say Sean Porter gets that fight because of his style. Danny Garcia, I think Keith Thurman. Can you imagine Errol Spence in the ring with all these guys? You know, and that's what I'm saying. It's about timing, and is the time right? We don't know.
Now let's talk about Kell's eye.
Yeah.
Once you've already injured your eye the way that he has, that's always going to be a question going into the fight.
Well, Ali had his jaw broken by Fraser, and he was worried, you know, that it would never be the same again. And the doc said, actually, that side of the jaw will all be stronger than that side of the jaw now because the calcium that's gone around it. That eye for Kell, of course, you're going to be a bit gun shy at first, but Kell has been sparring with super middleweights that hit and hurt and bang, and gone through it. So that's gone. That bogeyman's gone. So that's not the issue. So if people are thinking that's going to be on his mind, it's not. Ain't going to be on his mind. If people are thinking the power of Errol Spence is going to be on Kell's mind, he respects it. He's aware of it, but he knows he's been in with bigger punches, so that's not going to be on his mind. This is down to pure skill. Who's got the cojones? You know, who's got the skill factor? Who's got that character to push on through? And so that's what it's going to be down to.
And for Errol to be fighting on such a big stage like Saturday night.
First time he's boxed away from home and as a professional in Yorkshire. They're very loud. The Yorkshire crowd. They make your ears bleed, and so it will show how much of a professional he is. If he starts complaining to the referee the first half of the fight, he has a problem. He has a problem. He started to have an issue with the build-up and the pressure that's on him. Yeah. So this is body language. These little things you see from fighters. If something doesn't go right, he gets it in the hurt, or he's not happy and he wants to tell the referee, but he gets on with it. He's a pro, complete pro. I want to see what he's like. Once he starts complaining, I'll say, there we go. He slowly started to break down. So we'll see.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.